Fairy tales. Often whimsical, always memorable. Fairy tales are offered up by cultures the world over as a fine form of storytelling on whose pages can be found magic, excitement, romance, even salvation. Tell that to anyone but the fairy tale's main characters and they'd scoff at you. They might even punch you. What happens in the background of Happily Ever After? Often the fairy dust is reserved for a select few, while the rest of the towns, shires, and villages are left to fend for themselves, or worse, are blindsided by someone else's pursuit of their happily ever after. Their lives often dramatically and irreparably affected by all the magic in the air. Revolution is not always the most fertile ground for fairy tales. And the rebels that pine for it, enact it, and sometimes pay for it, are not the best vessels to travel you to the land of happily ever after. But we aren't interested in happily ever afters here. We're interested in the rest of the story. Enter Hearts, a card soldier with an axe to grind and a revolution to catapult. While not exactly Jean Valjean, he is earnest in his desire for revenge and for change. Spoiler alert, it's not going well for him. This is the story of the Jerk of Hearts. I planted the bomb. Put it right under the seat cushion on the Queen of Hearts' throne, and I was damn proud to do it. Because if things went according to plan, she would have gotten blown into 1,000 tiny little pieces, and I would have been a hero. Fucking revolutionary. As you can see, things did not go according to plan because of the Knave of Hearts. A creepy little guy who follows the king and queen around. Apparently he liked to get dressed in drag in the middle of the night and sit on the Queen of Hearts' throne pretending to be the Queen of Hearts. I mean, who knew? Right? I staked out that throne for 3 weeks. I didn't see him once. And then there he is on bomb day. Boom. Poor bastard. There was an investigation, and I was given up by one of my card soldier friends so that he could save his own weak, flat ass. I knew they'd come for me. Card soldiers. The queen, that limp dick king. So I ran, and I ran, and I ran. Then I remembered the blonde girl. She escaped all those years ago. If she could do it, so could I. So I kept running. That purple fog started to set in. I ran right into it. All of a sudden, I start floating. Then there's this door with this fucking prick doorknob who won't stop with the riddles and the questions. Eventually, I get so annoyed, I just kick him right in the face, the door flies open, and I float on through. I start going up and up and up. I'm going left and right and backwards and forwards. All of a sudden, it's white. Nothing. I had no idea where I was or what I was going to do next, but I was free. But as I walked around, I started to wonder, free to do what exactly? Is this a prison? A war zone? What fresh hell was this?
So to watch the spade, watch the spade.
There, that's the one.
Sorry, money to the dealer.
That was the one, I saw it. You, sir, are a cheat.
Hey man, I'm working here. I'm working here.
And there it was, right as I emerged from the underground. A table and a deck of cards. I felt right at home. It's there. The card that he was looking for, it's in your sleeve.
Real nice. I ain't paying you.
Well, would you pay me if I could teach you a thing or two about cards? I think we should talk. got to talking, this dealer and I convinced him that I was the real thing. I told him I didn't even need to watch him shimmy and shuffle and shake around the fucking cards. I could just tell him where the card in question was. I told him I didn't just know where the card was. I knew exactly why it had to be where it was. See, because I knew cards on a psychological level. I used to be a card. I knew their weaknesses, their failures, their desires, their triumphs. I mean, I knew it all.
And I told him so. I told him that even though he put his hat down on the table as a decoy, as if the card were placed under it, I knew the card was in his coat pocket. He could have thrown that card into the goddamn river, and I would have walked him right up to it, water be damned. Needless to say, he was impressed, and he decided to cut me into the action. We got some normal clothes, a suit in my personal favorite shade of red, and we went to work.
You don't look half bad.
I don't feel half bad, neither.
All right, get over yourself, pretty boy. Down to brass tacks.
All right. Let's play some cards.
You're going on alone. Password A-E-I-O-U.
Vowels, got it.
Password. If they catch you doing whatever it is that you do, you don't know me.
Hey, take it easy. They're not gonna catch me. I'm sure of it. So I took Capello's $100. I turned it into $1,000. And then I turned it into $3,000. It was amazing. I was amazing. And for just a moment, I forgot about all my troubles, the queen, the knave, all of it. The cards were really starting to fall in my favor. Hey, cheers.
Cheers. You, my friend, are amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it feels good.
Another game tomorrow night, a couple towns north. We run the same setup again.
It's perfect.
And so another drink went down the hatch, a real celebration. Capello said he had to get a few things in order before we blew town, and that was fine by me. Gave me more time to celebrate my good fortune. And celebrate I did. Like a damn fool. You see, as well as I knew the fate of the cards, well,
I guess the cards knew me too.
Queen would like a word with you.
and so I went. Back to Wonderland, into the castle, down the never-ending set of stairs, and into the dungeon to await my fate. I'll be honest, I was sorry I didn't get to use my gift at the next card table, and the next one, and the next one. I was sorry I didn't get to thank Capello for taking a chance on me. I was sorry for who I'd become. But I didn't start out so sorry, you know?
When I signed up to be a part of the Royal Guard, I thought I was going to be doing important work. You know, protecting somebody who mattered. But instead, I'm debased at every turn. I'm used as a croquet wicket. I'm kicked around. I'm screamed at. I mean, that kind of thing will make a man go mad. It'll make him want to kill. But I'm no revolutionary. I'm no hero. I'm not a rich man. I'm just a card in someone else's game, right? Wrong. That's what they want me to think. But it's still my game. You see, I used to work this dungeon. I know every way in, every way out. I know every hallway, every corner, crack, and crevice, and as soon as I hear that door unlock so that they can drag me in front of the queen, I'm gonna charge that guard, I'm gonna grab him around his neck, I'm gonna knock his fucking teeth out with my face, and then I'm gonna run, and I'm not gonna stop running until I make it to paradise. And I know I can do it. I know I can do it, you see, because I've learned that in this life, it's not always about holding the best cards. Sometimes it's all about playing a shitty hand well, right?